It's a Thursday!
Platinum Thursday.
Let's go!
Woohoo! So, TvZ.
PvZ?
Yeah.
There's no P in this game.
TvZ.
TvZ. Who are you?
I am Sparks. Who are you?
Jay? How's everyone doing? I think we're all sorted out now. Let's see. So it's Thursday, which means it's Platinum.
Yeah.
We're the SuperStarcraftBros, which means we're bringing you StarCraft.
Yep.
And we have a TvZ. Our Terran player sporting the red today is...
NMxSotcrates.
Socrates? It looks so much like Socrates, so can we just call him Socrates?
Socrates.
Alright, and sporting the blue in the top right corner is...
Xanthus.
Xanthus. He sounds like a new prescription drug.
Or a heavy metal band.
That will come with purple running diarrhea, scaly skin, and...
Make sure you check with your doctor first.
Please. You don't want to start taking that stuff without permission.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, Platinum. I'm excited for Platinum. Looks like that SCV is so excited to build that barracks, he's doing the happy barracks dance.
Bam, barracks.
Alright, SCV's done doing the happy barracks dance. Alright, TvZ. It feels like it's been a while since this matchup, though it probably hasn't.
Monday.
Was it Monday?
Yep.
Monday's game does not count as, like, a game.
It was a game.
There was no warfare in it.
There doesn't need to be warfare.
Like, one Overlord and one SCV died.
Death is a death.
Oh, it is Overlords. They don't factor into the supply. Alright, Xanthus is taking a quick expansion. No spawning pool down yet for our Zerg player.
It'll probably go down as soon as he gets that 200 middles in.
And the barracks is just about to finish for Socrates. And let's see, he has his 15 supply depot on the way at perfect timing. It's just about to finish up with that next SCV coming out. And he does have a Marine on the way. He's sending out a scouting SCV, so I like a good solid startup from Socrates, especially considering that he's going against a Zerg player, and he already has his wall finished and ready to go.
Yeah.
Alright, our Zerg player, his spawning pool is halfway done. He's getting his extra Overlord at the 18 mark. And that hatchery at his natural is almost finished, so both players looking good on their builds, pretty solid, good timings. And we drink some water.
I thought when they scouted they went different ways. However, this drone will be killed prior to getting any, Oh, well, he sees that the command center is going down.
Yep.
Sees there's a wall. So he gets a little bit of information.
He does. He kind of snuck past that Marine there, so that Marine definitely going to get some help me out here, Iron Stars. Disciplinary punishment.
Yeah.
We'll say that. We have a spine going down at the natural for Xanthus. I like it. And I was a little, like, in my mind I was questioning on exactly the placement of it, but he threw it down the moment the hatchery is finished, so the creep spread isn't actually out there. But we all know that those giant buildings can pick themselves up and move, so he can also move away. Plus, right now, it kind of acts as good defense towards Hellions.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if we'll see from Socrates.
Or if Socrates does decide to move out quickly with some Marines, it'll be a good
He'll definitely get some more pokes in before the Marines get into at least range for the drones. Bunker going down at Socrates is a expansion. I like it. And that command center is almost finished, so I'm expecting kind of a good game out of these guys.
Yeah. You know, I've been playing a lot of mono battles lately.
Yes, how are the mono battles going?
I don't know any build for Terran.
Like, well, what are you building?
Well, just like, no matter what, like, for Protest I have my standard, you know, 9 pylon, 12 gateway, 15 gas, 15 pylon, 16 cyber core. Terran, I don't know what to do, so I just copied my Protoss build.
I copied the Protoss build, but I would do everything just one undersupply.
Since you guys start out with that extra supply?
Yeah. I would just do that. I usually try to throw down the supply depot at 8, and then it just kind of depends on the build. If I want to go mass marine, which kind of works against different matchups, then I just concentrate on minerals and getting out barracks. If you're going tech, though, you have to get the refineries down as soon as possible. That's kind of it. I haven't really started paying attention to my numbers yet on supply. but I usually try to get the orbital around 14 or 15, and then I always like to throw down my second supply depot at 15, if not earlier if I need the wall off. That's a lot of queens.
And I like that he has them on the ramp just in case those Hellions do happen to pop out. They wouldn't be able to get anywhere.
True, but the factory's not even finished yet, so it's kind of a little early for Xanthus to kind of freak out with that.
Yeah, but he's just having it there just in case, because he doesn't really know what's going on. He does have this Overlord here, but it's not giving him much vision of the
Yeah, I don't think that Xanthus wants to sacrifice that Overlord yet. He did get some a little bit of scouting information from the Zergling, but he's not seeing any of the tech structures for Socrates.
However, Socrates also doesn't know that Xanthus is taking a third.
No, and he did take a very early third, way before the 10-minute mark, which is normal. At least I know the 9-10-minute mark is normal for a Zerg third, but he definitely has a lot of queens, and it looks like he's walking 2 of them over to that third. If not, he already has Inject Lava on there, and he has a ton of creep tumors. Xanthus is going to have really good creep spread if he keeps up with these tumors.
And he is finally getting that metabolic boost research and just pumping out those lings.
And yeah, he has 22 lings on the way. Let's see, Socrates gets the scan, and he does see all the lings, and he does see the bunch of queens. It's going to be interesting if he decides to push out with those 2 Hellions that are about to pop out, or what. He is throwing down a lot of barracks after those Hellions. Whoa! Holy Hellion! He has 4 of them queued up. Mm-hmm. Do you think he'll wait for those Hellions to mass up and then he'll head out, or?
Yeah.
Where are the 2 that already finished? Okay. So we might see a initial harassment Hellion push. Actually, I thought he would take that starport and switch it out with the factory, but it looks like he's going to commit to Hellions. Not a terrible idea, considering that it's going to be all lings and banelings on the ground. Those Hellions are going to do a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. With that baneling that's coming up, that could be a great deterrent to all of the units Socrates has.
It could, but he does have Marauders on the field, and if you get those Marauders in front... Oh, we do have an engagement!
They do get a surround on the Hellions.
The lings surround the Hellions, and the Hellions are now gone. They're going to go, and they're probably going to pick off this force. He's slinking around to get a surround, and that's a beautiful surround. Those Hellions might actually come back and wipe up these Zerglings, though.
Yeah, these next 2 Hellions will be able to clean it up. However, Xanthus did eliminate most of the Terra.
Yeah, Socrates took a ton of damage from that attack. We have 34 more lings on the way. The baneling that's just completed, and melee attack +1 is almost about halfway finished for Xanthus. So it'll be interesting. Does he have a lair yet?
Yes.
Okay. Again, good creep spread. There's tumors everywhere. He just needs to keep up on those.
We might be, if he is going to commit to those banelings, we'll probably be seeing this upgrade start soon.
Absolutely. It's kind of vital with Terran to get that speed increase for the baneling. Oh, excuse me. Chimichangas are coming back up. Oh,
I know.
Whew. Sorry, guys.
Let's see,
You talk for a little bit.
Xanthus just checked to see if that Terran has the 3rd down. However, his army is now out of position since Socrates is starting to move across the map. However, he does have a bunch of banelings morphing in, baneling speed going, and burrow, so we might be seeing some landmines coming in. However, that burrow could be used for the coming infestors.
Absolutely, and infestors will be a great play. These Zerglings are trying to get another surround on these Hellions, but they're using that Vespine Geyser and the minerals for good defense. It does allow them to get a couple more hits off, but it looks like the baneling and Zergling swarm are going to make their way down to Socrates' base.
I like what the Zerg did. When he moved his lings in, he split the army up so the Hellions were away from the bio so they couldn't work together.
Absolutely. It's kind of in a way that he used the Zerglings as force fields, like Protoss players would do. Running those Zerglings in, this line of banelings, that bunker's going to go down. Let's see if they can hit the mineral. Oh! What was that, about 2 Hellions and maybe a Marine?
Yeah.
Alright, so there is a huge hole now. The Helm's deep wall has been breached.
And we do have a 4th going down.
And we have a bunch of Zerglings massing out in front of Socrates' base. It looks like they're going to be able to clean off these few remaining forces outside the walls. I got to give it up to Xanthus. He has great Zergling control. He's been splitting them up, getting them positioned to get better surrounds. He's fully utilizing the melee attack and the speed of the Zergling.
So I think we have a macro house going down.
Okay, macro house going down. That's actually going to provide some of that link up with the creep as well. Do we have infestors on the way, or did he just get it for upgrades?
I don't know why I got it. He might. Yeah, he is starting the pathogen glands.
All right.
And
Three.
An infestor
Well, we
right
have
now.
one infestor. We have 3 more queens on the way.
Well, he is gonna probably continue working on like creep spirit. Also get a queen up for this 4th.
And it'll also allow him to have a little bit more base defense with those queens back at the hatcheries. We have a little army going out now with Medvac and a Viking support. The Hellions in the front, excellent job against these, but the Banelings are rolling in.
Oh.
They get some good hits, and they knock out half the Hellions and half the Marines. This couple packs of Zerglings aren't doing much. They just kind of get shredded away by the Marine gun fire. Once these investors come out, and another round of 38 Lings. It's just no matter what Socrates does, Xanthus has a huge army swell coming right behind the initial attack.
Let's see, he might lose his 4th expansion. However, he does have some reinforcements coming in. 38 Lings coming in, so he probably will be able to clean this up.
And Socrates is doing a couple splits with his Marines to get away from the Banelings. It does look like the remainder of the army is going to clean up. He's morphing in those Banelings right there in the middle of the battle. I don't know about this.
It looks like 3 of them, 4 of them will finish. However, Socrates does pick up the remainder of his army.
Which is very smart. So the moment that those Banelings do pop out of their cocoons, no damage. That was really smart of Socrates. I really like that play.
However, we do have 50 Lings popping out.
Yep, we have melee +2, about 80% finished for Xanthus. It looks like his 4th is going to be taken down. It was interesting that he chose to do it at that location and not the location to the right of the Zelnaga Tower. I guess a little bit easier to defend with the creep spread, perhaps. Here come the Zerglings! Socrates picks up most of his troops. He's going to lose a couple Hellions and Marines. It looks like Socrates might make an attempt to drop into the main.
However, once these festers do finally come into play, even picking up the units won't be enough to save it.
No, that fungal growth is going to do excellent to thwart that strategy from Socrates. But the main army for Xanthus is all the way in the left side of the map. There's nothing to defend. They're just denying that 4th, or actually that 3rd for Socrates. And the units are just tearing away. They've already taken down a extractor.
However, he does have a bunch of Lings coming up right now. He has a bunch of queens to help defend. That's a pretty good amount.
Absolutely. Those Marines do not want to run to that. Zerglings are going to run in right now and try and cut off the Lings. It almost looks like they're pushing them towards the Queens, and here comes the Queen Army, or rather the Queen Armada. Excellent rally set up for it. They're taking out the Medvacs. Oh, this game is delicious.
So I'm curious if he is going to try to set up that 4th again. He doesn't have enough minerals right now, but he will in a couple seconds.
No, he did. He's building 50 Lings right now. He was sitting around 900 minerals at the beginning of that drop attack.
And he did successfully take out all those Medvacs and those Vikings
yes,
as well. That's a lot of Banelings.
That was... Oh, this is beautiful. Alright, it's going to be a lot of Banelings. That 3rd for Socrates is getting taken down. His creep spread has paused on Xanthus' part. I'd like to see him maybe...
Oh, there's an infestor.
There's an infestor right there. Can we get a fungal off? He gets it on the main army. Now let's see if the Banelings roll in. Ooh, That was so nice. I feel so bad for the Terran player. Oh my god, all the reinforcing Marines were just knocked out by a Baneling. We have the GG from Socrates, and Xanthus takes the win. That was an awesome game.
That was excellent control by the Zerg player.
Oh, that was probably the most masterful use of Zerglings I have seen in a very long time. I love the drop play that Socrates was using to escape from the Banelings and those surrounds from the Zerglings. It's just Xanthus was so high up on his macro game that every time Socrates knocked out an army of Zerglings and Banelings, there was already one halfway completed from all the hatcheries.
He was just behind on the economy, which makes it impossible to beat.
Yeah, his 3rd was constantly denied, but overall, that was a great game. I want to give a huge +2 kudos to Socrates and Xanthus. Hit that like button if you like the game as well. Subscribe if you have not done already.
Yeah, no, most of our games aren't as exciting as this one, but hopefully, if you guys have some exciting games, send them in.
Yeah.
I'll try to keep finding games like this. So we don't have to make as many jokes?
It is definitely, yeah, it is harder at the lower levels. We just kind of get weird and wacky for them. But this was a great game. So leave us a comment down below. If you have a game, our email address is in the description down below as well. So send us a replay if you thought it was a pretty good game. And good luck and have fun on your future StarCraft endeavors.
GG.
GG.